Hello and welcome to Verdict 2017. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you, and in the next half an hour we'll be getting you all the news and updates and special reports from the poll-bound states. Of course, all eyes will be on Punjab today with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Rahul Gandhi as well as Arvind Kejriwal, all of them hitting the campaign trail in the state. Let's start with the headlines. Last day for filing nominations for second phase of Uttar Pradesh elections. Also, final date for filing papers for Uttarakhand. Campaigning picks up pace in Punjab. Prime Minister Modi to campaign in Jalandhar. Rahul Gandhi to address a rally in Majidha. Mukhtar Ansari's Qawmi Ekta Dal merges with the BSP. Mayawati says allegations against Ansari are false. SP BJP criticized move. And today we focus on the once prosperous industrial hub of Modi Nagar in Uttar Pradesh, where skilled workers are forced to work as daily wage earners. Well, starting today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lead the BJP Akali election campaign in Punjab. Now, he will address a public rally in Jalandhar today and in Ludhiana on Sunday. Earlier this week, Union Minister Vijay Sampla took stock of the preparations ahead of the Prime Minister's rally at Jalandhar's PAP grounds. Now, senior BJP leaders Arun Jaitley and Rajnath Singh have also campaigned for its candidates in Punjab ahead of 4th of February elections. And with only a week left for the crucial Punjab post, now Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi also will begin his three-day visit to the poll-bound state, where he is scheduled to address 3 rallies along with several public meetings. Now he will address a public rally in Majidha today. He will also address rallies at Akali strongholds Lambi and Jalalabad, represented by Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal and Deputy Chief Minister Sukhbir Singh Badal. During his visit, Rahul Gandhi may officially announce Captain Amrinder Singh as Congress's chief ministerial candidate for Punjab. Well, my colleague Shyam Sundar is now joining us live from Jalandhar. Now, Shyam, speaking first about the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi will arrive in Punjab and launch his poll campaign, starting, of course, with a public meeting in Majidha. So, would the issue of drug menace again take the center stage today?
Definitely, and that area where Rahul Gandhi is supposed to campaign today is considered Badal's stronghold, Akali Dal BJP combined stronghold, and Captain Amrinder Singh himself is contesting against Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal from Lambi constituency. So, Congress Vice President will be challenging Akali Dal BJP combined in their stronghold, and of course he'll be speaking on the issue of drugs and corruption, because Vikram Singh Majithia is on the target of not only Congress leaders but Arvind Kejriwal, the convener of Aam Aadmi Party and Delhi Chief Minister. He is also targeting him. So symbolically, it is very important for Congress to get some stronghold in that area, and Rahul Gandhi will be trying that. And then Prime Minister will be coming to Jalandhar today at 2 p.m. His rally is scheduled in Jalandhar. He'll also be addressing the rally here.
Absolutely. So we'll see the 2 massive rallies in Punjab also. As far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, now there is a new trend of NRIs who have roots in Punjab now campaigning for the parties, especially for the Aam Aadmi Party. So what possible reasons can we attribute this trend to?
Well, as far as NRIs are concerned, not only Aam Aadmi Party, we have seen there is bus roaming around in the areas of Ludhiana and Jalandhar of Congress Party, and they called it NRI Express. It is basically connected with the perception, because when NRIs come and they campaign in Punjab, so there is one perception is created that Aam Aadmi Party is a new phenomena in the politics, and they don't have any kind of baggage. So it's to win the perception battle, both the parties, especially Aam Aadmi Party, is bringing NRIs to campaign for them in Punjab Assembly elections.
Absolutely, but it is going to be an action-packed day in Punjab today, as we'll have the star campaigners of all the major parties. There will have Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well as Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal hitting the campaign trail. Thank you so much, Shyam, for all those updates from there. And staying with Punjab, well, Ludhiana is the hub of industry in Punjab. It also is one of the most important seats for deciding the political destiny of the state, with a total of 14 assembly constituencies. And for the first time, this district is witnessing a triangular contest between the ruling Shiromani Akali Dal, Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. Remember, the state goes to polls on 4th of February.
Ludhiana, most famous for its hosiery products and woolen industry, will witness a three-way contest this time. The district has 14 assembly constituencies. In the 2012 assembly elections, Congress had won 6 seats in the district. The party also won the Lok Sabha seat in 2014 and is once again focusing on a win here to return to power this time.
जो किसानों के ऊपर फंदा लगा लगा के लोग हमारे किसान भाई मरे हैं, उनके लिए भी हमने बहुत काम करना है, जैसे उनके कर्जे माफ करने हैं. जब तक यूथ को पेंशन नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी, 2500 रुपया महीना उसको हम भत्ता भी देंगे.
However, the Congress party is aware that new entrant Aam Aadmi Party will only end up dividing the anti-incumbency votes and in turn benefiting the ruling SAD-BJP alliance. In 2014 Lok Sabha elections too, the party faced tough competition from Aam Aadmi Party.
जो लोकसभा चुनाव हुआ था 2014 में, उसमें हमारी पोजीशन देखेंगे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा. तब हमारी पार्टी भी का स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो बना नहीं हुआ था. अब हमारा स्ट्रक्चर भी बना हुआ है और अब स्थिति भी बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है.
In the last assembly election, there was a neck-and-neck battle between the Shiromani Akali Dal alliance and the Congress. Both parties got 6 seats each. But this time round, the Akalis are facing a surge of anti-incumbency sentiment, and the rampant drug menace in the state has only added to its woes.
जो काम हमने किया, जो वादे हमने मैनिफेस्टो में किया है, हमने 90% तक पूरी किए हैं. आटा दाल स्कीम की बात कही है, या कुछ सड़कों का 35,000 करोड़ के करीब हमने काम करवाया सड़कों पे. तो मैं समझता हूँ कि इस बार वो लड़ाई नहीं है, हमारा काम लोगों को दिख रहा है, डेवलपमेंट दिख रही है, क्योंकि आज तक किसी भी सरकार ने पंजाब में इतनी डेवलपमेंट नहीं की होगी जितनी इस बार हुई है.
Meanwhile, as the battle lines get drawn in the district, both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party seem to be in a close contest. However, the ruling Shiromani Akali Dal BJP combine is trying its best to turn it into a three-way contest. Shyam Sundar's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, in Punjab, the ruling combiner for Shiromani Akali Dal and BJP is now fighting hard to retain power in the state for the 3rd term in a row. Now, Rajya Sabha Television's Vishal Daya joined the Deputy Chief Minister of the state and President of SAD, Sukhbir Singh Badal, on his campaign trail. Well, I'm going to leave you with this as we slip into a very short break. We'll be back with lots more.
With cold wave gripping the northern India, the mercury levels are going down in Punjab as well. However, the political temperature in the state is rising with each passing day. The ruling combine of Shiromani Akali Dal and BJP is trying its best to come back to the power for a 3rd consecutive term. We'll take you now on a campaign trail with Deputy Chief Minister of the state and President of Shiromani Akali Dal, Sukhbir Singh Badal.
It's around noon in Dinanagar in Gurdaspur. The small town is shrouded in fog, but despite the cold weather, Shiromani Akali Dal and BJP supporters are trooping into the small ground next to the railway station to listen to Deputy Chief Minister Sukhbir Badal. Almost an hour later, Badal's cavalcade arrives. He is here to support a candidate of his alliance partner, the BJP, who had lost the previous election. Badal starts his speech by reeling off the achievements of his government in its 2 terms.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ 10 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕੀ ਸੀ 10 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਿਆ 10 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗਰਮੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਸੌਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਿਜਲੀ ਤੇ 6-6 ਘੰਟੇ ਕੱਟ ਇਹ ਜੀਆਂ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਬਣੀ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਤੋਂ 6000 ਕਰੋੜ ਰੁਪਏ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੀਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਸੀਵਰੇਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ
2 more public meetings follow in the Majha area of Punjab. Sticking to the development theme, the Shiromani Akali Dal president criticizes the Congress and its state president, Captain Amarinder Singh.
10 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਐਸੇ ਹੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦਾ ਰਾਜ ਸੀ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਅਮਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਸੀ ਇੰਨਾ 10 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਰਕ ਦੇਖੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੈਨਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਗਨ ਬੰਦ ਕੀਤੇ ਤੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੌਕਰੀ 5 ਸਾਲ ਅਮਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੈਨ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ
Jobs are another significant topic that he touches on in the border town of Dera Baba Nanak.
ਮੇਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੋਈ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਕਾਬਿਲ ਬਣਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਮੈਂ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 200 ਸਕਿੱਲ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਣਾ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਅਗਲੇ 5 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹਰ 5 ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇੱਕ ਸਕਿੱਲ ਕਾਲਜ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਕਿੱਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪਲੰਬਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੀਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਬਿਊਟੀਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਦਾ ਕੋਰਸ ਹੈ ਮਕੈਨਿਕ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਉੱਥੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਊਗੀ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ 5 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਕੇ 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਕੋਰਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਮਿਲ ਜੂਗੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ 10 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਏ ਕਰਜ਼ਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇਊਗੀ ਜੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਖੋਲਣੀ ਹੋਏ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਵਿਆਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ
Sukhbir Badal has been at the forefront of Shiromani Akali Dal for 10 long years and is credited with the successful turnaround of his party. However, in these elections, there is a new player on the field, the Aam Aadmi Party. And the right to the seat of power will not be easy for Badals in a triangular contest.
Aware of the challenge posed by the emergence of Aam Aadmi Party, Sukhbir decides to downplay it by referring to its outsider status.
ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਆ ਟੋਪੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਕੇਜਰੀਵਾਲ ਦੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਛੋੜ ਗਿਆ ਜਿਹਦੀ ਘਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੰਦੀ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪੁੱਛਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਿੰਡ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਟੋਪੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਕਰਮੇ ਘਰੋਂ ਕੱਢੇ ਉਹ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਗਦਾਰ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਗਦਾਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋਏ
Later, in an exclusive interview with Rajya Sabha TV, Sukhbir dismisses the Aam Aadmi Party, saying they are in contention only on a handful of seats.
ये ट्रायंगुलर कंटेस्ट नहीं है ये ट्रायंगुलर कंटेस्ट केवल 21 सीटों में है आउट ऑफ 170 सो कंटेस्ट अकाली दल और कांग्रेस के बीच में अकाली दल बीजेपी एक साइड में कांग्रेस
Sukhbir doesn't think the newest Congress entrant, former BJP MP Navjot Sidhu, will make a difference in these polls.
एक शोमैन है पेमेंट लेता है अगर मैं इनको पेमेंट दे दूंगा वो बोलूंगा सोनिया गांधी को गाली निकाल वो निकालेगा बीजेपी में था वो सोनिया गांधी को गाली निकालता था वो राहुल गांधी को पप्पू बोलता था अब वो उन्होंने खरीद लिया सो उनको बोल दिया कि अब ये आपका इसको बोलना है इनके बारे ये तो पेमेंट से होते हैं सारा कुछ वो जो है उसकी कोई आइडियोलॉजी तो नहीं है
The Punjab Deputy Chief Minister is quite confident about the electoral battle unfolding in his home turf Jalalabad and that of his father in Lambi.
हमारे वर्कर ही वहां लड़ रहे हैं अगर हम चले गए तो उनकी जमानत जब्त हो जाएगी हम चाहते हैं कि उनकी जमानत बच जाए इसलिए हम नहीं जाएंगे हमारे वर्कर लड़ेंगे उनसे
Sukhbir also makes light of the corruption allegations against his government, saying nothing has been proven.
एक भी केस बता दें कि यहाँ कोई स्कैम हुआ हो 10 साल में स्कैंडल हुआ हो कई इंक्वायरी चलती हो कोई चीज है
आपकी पर्सनल वेल्थ पे सवाल उठाते हैं
वो तो वो सबसे ज्यादा स्क्रूटनाइज्ड सब मीडिया ने स्क्रूटनाइज कर ली मीडिया को ही नहीं मिला इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसीज को भी नहीं मिला तो फिर क्या बात है
The opposition's charge of drug menace in the state is also similarly dealt with.
आप पंजाब में घूमे हैं कि आपने कहीं ड्रग एडिक्ट्स देखे ये एक झूठा प्रचार अब ये भी प्रचार करना छोड़ गए क्योंकि उनको बोला कि पंजाब के लोग उनसे नाराज हो गए कांग्रेस से कि हमें बदनाम करने के लगे
As president of the party that has been ruling for 2 terms, Sukhbir Badal knows he is up against a strong anti-incumbency sentiment. His strategy to negotiate this is to paint a progressive future for the state as he moves on to his next stop, winning the voters and placating the rebels. With camera person Junaid Khan, Vishal Dahiya, Rajya Sabha TV, Gurdaspur.
Weather forecasting is a non-linear process, so therefore it cannot be solved by any exact method. We have to go by the numerical solution of the set of mathematical equations which govern the physics of formation of the cyclones. Compared to 1999 when 10,000 people died because of the Odisha super cyclone, with the similar cyclone of Cyclone Phylline on 12 October 2013 which caused Gopalpur, only about 20 people died. If I compare, actually there has been a paradigm shift with respect to all approaches of the cyclone warning system.
Watch Eureka with Dr. Mrityunjay Mahapatra, Head of Cyclone Division, IMD, only on Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back after the break. News from poll-bound Uttar Pradesh now, and Qawmi Ekta Dal, led by gangster-turned-politician Mukhtar Ansari, has merged with the Bahujan Samaj Party. Now, the merger was announced by party president Afzal Ansari, Mukhtar's brother, in the presence of BSP chief Mayawati in Lucknow on Thursday. Well, Afzal attacked the Samajwadi Party chief and Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, calling him anti-Muslim and a betrayer. Now, the party's merger with the Samajwadi Party last year had triggered a political turmoil in the party, with Akhilesh Yadav opposed to it. Mukhtar Ansari has now been given a ticket to fight from Maos, his son from Ghosi and his brother from Mohammadabad for the upcoming elections. Now, BSP chief Mayawati claimed that the false allegations are being levelled against Ansari and his family to malign them by their political rivals. Meanwhile, reacting to the merger, the Samajwadi Party claimed that BSP is going through its worst phase in the last decade and that their move expresses their mentality. The BJP also said that Mayawati is trying to grab power on the back of Musselman.
आज पुणे इनको बीएसपी में शामिल किया जा रहा है, लेकिन इससे पहले यहाँ मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगी कि इनको अर्थात मुख्तार अंसारी परिवार को खासकर पूर्वांचल के कृष्णा नंद राय की हत्या से जो जोड़कर देखा जाता है, तो ये घटना सन 2005 में सपा सरकार के समय में घटी थी, जिसे अब वर्षों बीत चुके हैं, जबकि इस मामले की सीबीआई जांच भी हुई है। लेकिन संबंधित अंसारी परिवार के मुताबिक इसकी पुष्टि के इनके आरोपी लोग आज तक भी कोर्ट में इसके पुख्ता सबूत नहीं जुटा पाए हैं। इसलिए इन सब बातों को भी ध्यान में रखकर तब इनको यानी कि अंसारी परिवार को बीएसपी में शामिल करने का फैसला लिया है।
It is an internal matter of the BSP, and we all know that BSP is going through its worst phase that it has seen in the last 1 decade. Ms. Mayawati sleeps for 5 years, and she is not even connected with the voters of Uttar Pradesh, and during elections she is reminded of the people of Uttar Pradesh. She will get a befitting reply.
मुख्तार अंसारी परिवार के समर्थन में उत्तरी बसपा प्रमुख ने उन्हें मुकदमे का क्लीन चिट देने का भी काम किया। जो काम न्यायालय का है उसकी भूमिका में मायावती जा रही हैं। बिजली, पानी, सड़क, स्वास्थ्य, शिक्षा, सुरक्षा, इसकी उनके पास कोई नीति नहीं है, कोई कार्यक्रम नहीं है, और सिवाय राजनीतिक जुमलेबाजी से वो उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव में जाति और मजहब के नाम पर वोट बटोरने की कवायद कर रही हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता समझदार है, वो अपने मुद्दों पर, सकारात्मक मुद्दों पर मतदान करने वाली है।
देखिए, टिकट नहीं मिला तो कहीं ना कहीं तो जाएंगे ही। अब उनका आखिरी डेस्टिनेशन वही बीएसपी रह गया है, और बीएसपी अगर उन्हें टिकट दे रही है तो आप जानते ही हो कि इसके पीछे क्या वजह हो सकती है। मैं समझता हूं कि ये इलेक्शन के मौके पे आना जाना तो लगा रहता है, इससे कभी ये तय नहीं हो सकता कि कौन आदमी किस तरफ है।
Well, my colleague Kriti Mishra is now joining us live from Agra. Kriti, now after being rejected by the Samajwadi Party, now Mukhtar Ansari's party, the Qawmi Ekta Dal, has now merged with the BSP. How do you look at this development, a desperation act by the BSP, and how do you think it will affect parties' chances in the polls?
Well, Aishwarya, while showing the Ansaris the exit door in 2010, Mayawati had proclaimed that she cannot tolerate criminals in her party. In 2017, she is asking, are the allegations proven? So pollsters are saying that after the combination of Samajwadi Party and the Congress, there could be a possibility of consolidation of minority votes. So it is seen as an attempt by Mayawati to woo minority voters who are around 18% in the Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections. But Aishwarya, one thing I must reiterate, that criminals are not specific to the Bahujan Samaj Party only. There are other parties who are harboring and have actually given tickets to the criminals, whether it is the BJP, whether it is the Congress, or whether it is the Samajwadi Party. Aishwarya?
Absolutely, and of course the BSP there eyeing its key Dalit and Muslim votes, but similar caste equations again are playing out in other camps as well as far as choice of candidates are concerned. But you are on the ground speaking to the men and women on the street. Have you been able to get the state's pulse, and as in what are the key issues for them, for the common man? What about demonetization? Are people talking about these national issues as well?
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. Demonetization is a very prominent issue that is getting echoed in several parts of Uttar Pradesh. Now, the line is clearly demarcated. There are ones who absolutely support Prime Minister's move, and then they hail all the objectives of demonetization, like curbing black money, curbing corruption, and also curbing counterfeit currency. There are others, specifically the business community, who have incurred losses running into several crores. So for them, demonetization has become a huge issue. But as far as BJP is considered, BJP is absolutely confident that if demonetization is the issue, then they will win Uttar Pradesh elections. There are opposition parties who are saying that demonetization has actually caused a lot of hardships to the people. So, of course, demonetization is one of the issues. But there are other issues related to development. There are other issues related to water, safe drinking water. There are other issues related to highways. So there are several issues. So development on one side and demonetization on the other side. Aishwarya.
Absolutely. It is said that assembly elections are fought on local issues, but of course there are certain national issues like demonetization that also appear to have taken center stage in Uttar Pradesh. So thank you so much, Kriti, for all those updates from there. Meanwhile, West Uttar Pradesh's once prosperous industrial hub Modi Nagar is struggling with the closing down of several of its industrial units and locked out factories. Well, the issue of note ban too has made life difficult for skilled workers as well as the daily wage earners. So what are the issues dominating this industrial hub, which votes on 11th of February? Well, here is a special report.
Once a prosperous industrial hub, Modi Nagar near Meerut is going through a dark phase. Closed mills and rising unemployment. The writing is on the wall. This time it is the issue of note ban which is dominating the election campaign. Farmers of the region have borne the brunt.
किसानों को दिक्कत आ रही है, किसानों को बीज खाद वगैरह के लिए दिक्कत आ रही है, उनके शादियां हैं, विवाह हैं, सब के लिए दिक्कत आती है, सब पैसा मांगते हैं, कहते हैं कि भाई चेक से कहां तक काम करें, सब्जी वाले को चेक कैसे दे दें, बीज वाले को चेक कैसे दे दें, इसलिए ये लोग बहुत परेशान हैं सब किसान.
Sugarcane farming is considered to be the lifeline of Modi Nagar's 2 lakh population. But farmers today are facing a crisis as sugar mills are unable to pay for their crops. The result, more than 100 crore rupees is yet to be paid to farmers. A vicious cycle which is added to the woes of farmers, local businessmen and mill workers. And an anticipation of a low wheat yield has only added to the problem.
पिछले साल 137 करोड़ रुपया हमारा शुगर मिल पर बकाया था, जिसकी आरसी जारी हुई, मुकदमे कायम हुए, रिपोर्ट दर्ज हुई, लेकिन प्रदेश सरकार या केंद्र सरकार ने इस बारे में हमारी कोई मदद नहीं की.
Modi Nagar got its name from the businessman patriarch Gujjarmal Modi, who established Modi sugar mills in 1933. And soon the area had Modi Vanaspati oil, Modi distilleries, Modi cloth mill and Modi paints. The following decades saw skilled workers thronging this western UP's industrial hub. but fortunes began to slide in the 90s when the units started slowing down. Even skilled labourers were forced to become daily wage earners to support their families. The area chose RLD's Sudesh Sharma in 2012, but the problems of Modinagar still remain.
सरकार जो है छोटे छोटे उद्योग लगाए, आईटी केंद्र कुछ इस तरीके के खोले और जिसमें कम से कम मोदीनगर विधानसभा क्षेत्र के बेरोजगार जो नौजवान हैं उनको रोजगार मिले.
Modinagar has not been able to reap the benefit of being close to Delhi or being aligned to the national highway. It is not gained from being close to Meerut or the NCR. Projects like high-speed train and expressways are still on paper. Modinagar has a problem with both the state and central governments. Arvind Kumar Singh's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And here is a quick look at all the other election-related developments in Polpuri. Well, today is the last day for withdrawal of candidature for the first phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh. The polling for the first phase will be held on 11th of February. 73 constituencies spread over 15 districts in western Uttar Pradesh go to the polls in the first phase. Well, today is also the last date of filing of nominations for the second phase of elections polling, for which will take place on 15th of February. It is the last date for filing nominations for the Uttarakhand Assembly polls. The nominations for the polls to the 70-seat assembly began on 20th of January, and 1st of February is the last date for the withdrawal of nominations. Polling will take place on 15th of February in one phase. Lashing out at the BJP for raking up with the Ram Temple issue in the run-up to the Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections. BSP Chief Mayawati has urged the Election Commission to take cognizance of this incident as the matter was pending in the Supreme Court. Mayawati also said that the statements were in violations of the Model Code of Conduct. Aam Aadmi Party has launched its election manifesto for the Punjab elections. In the manifesto, AAP has promised 25 lakh new job opportunities in the state and establishment of Mohalla clinics. AAP has also promised free medication up to 5 lakh rupees. For farmers, the party has promised loan waivers. Tussle between the Congress and Samajwadi Party over seat sharing does not seem to end in Uttar Pradesh. SP has not yet withdrawn its candidates from Amethi and Raebareli seats. Now, Congress, which has managed to get 105 of the 403 seats under the seat sharing deal with the Samajwadi Party, after hard negotiations, is in no mood to give up its claim over all the 10 seats in Amethi Raebareli. Well, that's all in this edition of Verdict 2017, and don't forget to tune in at 6:30 p.m. for the evening edition as well. Thanks for watching.